Good morning, students. This is Sumant Karmakar, Assistant Professor, Assam Engineering College, SC Department. Now, we will start our today's class on the subject that is called Digital Signal Processing, DSP. The paper code for that particular subject is EC504. So, let's start the class. So, before the start of this class, I have to know what is the subject name. The subject name of the subject is Digital Signal Processing. What is Digital Signal Processing? Digital Signal Processing is shortly abbreviated as DSP. So what is the meaning of DSP? D stands for digital, S stands for signal, and P stands for processing. Digital. What is digital? Operating by the use of discrete signal to represent data in the form of numbers. Digital basically are defined by a digital signal. A signal can be defined as a physical quantity that can be defined with respect to some independent variable, and that signal can be processed in terms of another type of signal, that is digital signal. What is digital? The signal should to be discretized in nature, and the number of labels, amplitude labels for that particular level of signal will be of 2. Whenever it is being represented by 2 level of signal, that can be defined as a digital signal. So basically digital here means the discrete signal that can be represented in the form of numbers, basically a binary numbers. The second term is S, that is for signal. What is signal? Signal can be defined easily as a physical quantity or electrical quantity or an effect of any parameter that can be varied in such a way so as to convey some information. Signal is basically conveying our information. Suppose we have a signal. The purpose of signal is to convey one information from one point to another point. Suppose I am doing some speech on this topic. So basically I am delivering some signal to you so that you are getting that information whatever I want to convey to you. So basically if I want to define that signal basically defined as a physical quantity. Physical means it will be measurable quantity also. Physical quantity that varies with respect to some independent variable. Because whenever we are representing one signal, that will be always with respect to that of the x-axis, and x-axis should be always independent variable. The independent variable for representation of this signal can be of time, can be of space, etc. etc. So that is the defined by signal. So later on we will thoroughly discuss about what are the different types of signal and what are the different consequences of signals are there. And third term, that is P, is for processing. Digital signal processing. We know about signal, we know about digital signal. Now we have to process that signal. Processing means a series of operations is being done on that of the signal, input signal or digital signal, should as to extract some information from that of the signal. Processing means we have to process that signal, process that digital signal in such a way through some processor so that we can extract the information. Whatever the information is being filled with that of the signal is to be processed by that of the processing process. That means that processing is totally defined by the some kind of processor. So these are the three terms basically abbreviated for the term of DSP, that is DSP, digital signal processing. First one is digital, whatever the digital signal is there. Second one is signal, what is signal, and for that digital signal we have to process that signal so that our ultimate objective for this subject is to extract the information. Suppose I am transmitter, you were the receiver. I am suppose transferring one signal to you. So basically I am sending some information and you will be the receiver. You are collecting that signal, extracting the information of that of the signal. If that signal is digital signal, this total process is known as DSP, digital signal processing, processing of digital signal. So shortly, in that lower part of the slide, it is being defined that changing or analyzing. I will simply analyzing or changing the terms of information. Changing or analyzing information which is measured as discrete sequences of numbers. Changing or analyzing of information, that is known as processing of signal, which is measured means measurable physical quantity, as a discrete sequence of numbers, that is basically digital. So basically this DSP term is totally defined by these two lines in that of the lower portion of that of the side. That is the meaning of DSP. So for this entire subject we want to read about these parameters. Now go to the next slide. So whenever a DSP is there, digital means digital signal processing is there. Certainly some processor is being there so as to process that signal from input side to output side, so that to extract the information from that of the signal. So basically now I want to point out what are the basic elements of those processors. The processors can be analog signal processor, the processor can be digital signal processor also. So there are basically two types of processors are there. One is analog signal processor, one is digital signal processor. So first of all, I want to know about analog signal processor. What is the analog signal processing system? According to this block diagram, an analog signal processor is there that basically processes analog signal input, and at the output side, as the input signal is analog in nature, so output is certainly analog in nature. So we are getting the output as analog output signal. Why this analog signal processor is very important? Because most of the signals in nature are basically analog in form, meaning that they vary continuously with time and represent variation of physical quantities such as sound waves. Such signal can be processed by this use of analog signal processor. Such signal can be processed directly by applying one ASP, that is analog signal processor, or by for the purpose of changing their characteristics or extracting some desired information. So basically, to use of this processor is basically to extracting the information, desired information from that of the signal. Such type of processor is known as analog signal processor. Basically, we are applying the input signal in terms of analog, and basically at the output side, we are extracting the analog output signal. That is the conversion of analog signal processor. So that is the basics of analog signal processor. Next one. Now, if the input signal is digital in nature, the signal will be DSP, that is digital signal processor. But basically in this universe, all the signals are analog in form. We can't get naturally digital signal in nature. So the first process of that naturally generated analog signal should be converted to digital signal, so that the digital signal processor, the center block of this diagram, should access the digital signal. If we only concentrate on the central section of this block diagram, that is digital signal processor, that only accepts the digital input signal and produce digital output signal. Processor output digital signal processor. So if the input signal is digital in nature, certainly that signal is not generated naturally. So what we have to do? We have to take the signal analog from nature, from the normal source. We are getting analog signal. Now that signal should be converted to digital nature, so as to compatible that signal with respect to our digital signal processor, so that it can be processed through that of the digital signal processor. So first of all, we have to use one ADC circuit that converts that analog signal into a digital signal. Now that digital signal can be processed by using that digital signal processor. Now output of the digital signal processor is also digital in nature, but that signal should have to be converted again, so that we can get our analog signal once again back to our analog signal. So at the last side of that of the section, we have to use one DAC also. So basically that will be a digital signal processor, but whenever it is being backed or forwarded by a ADC and DAC, it will basically defined as a analog signal processor. So digital signal processor basically defined by this logic, wherever you have to add that signal with respect to ADC and DAC. So that is digital signal processor. So there are so many digital processor chips are there, or digital computers are there to perform this type of operation as our digital signals in nature. So we have come forward about the two processor, that is one is analog signal processor, one is digital signal processor. Now let us discuss about the advantages of this DSP. Whatever we want to know about that subject, advantages of this DSP over that of the analog signal processor, that is ASP. There are so many points of that of advantages. So many advantages points are there for DSP over ASP. The first point is accuracy. Accuracy is basically determined by the number of bits used to represent the signal samples and the coefficient describing the processing operation. The dynamic range of single samples and coefficient can be increased by using the floating point of arithmetic if necessary. So whenever we are come forward about the digital signal processor, it will be basically a guaranteed accuracy can be defined for a DSP signal with respect to others, with respect to analog signal processor. The second advantage is that, so in terms of accuracy, DSP is far better than that of the ASP. Second one is flexibility. Digital signal processing system can be programmed or reprogrammed also to perform a variety of functions without modifying the hardware, whereas the analog signal might be turned into a potentiometer to vary its performance over a limited range. So for DSP, there is a flexibility in nature to make that program into a programmed form or to be reprogrammed form to perform the variety of functions are there without modifying the hardware or whatever the software is being used in that of the DSP. But for whenever we want to represent that flexibility, we want to find out that flexibility in analog signal processor, we can't find that one. That's why in terms of flexibility, DSP is better than that of our ASP. Performance. Third point is performance. So superior performance can be used. Superior performance can be done by using DSP. Digital signal processing can be used to perform functions, and that will be not possible for ASP. Let's try with some example. For a digital filter, the magnitude response and the phase response can easily be designed, and moreover the phase response is also be linear in nature for that of the DSP. So we can say digital filters with arbitrary magnitude response and linear phase responses can be designed easily, whereas that is not feasible for analog signal processor, and that is here all analog filters also. So in addition to one more thing, the multi-rate processing, that is another processing of system is there, that is multi-rate processing is possible only for in digital domain, that is not possible for analog domain. That's why it is far more advantageous than that of our ASP. Drift. Whenever we are using DSP, digital signal processor, the system have no drift in performance with temperature or age. With respect to change of temperature, analog signal processor parameter can change, but for DSP, digital signal processor, parameters or elements cannot changes their performances, as well as for age also. Age means with respect to the time going. If the system goes for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, system don't give any type of drift of performance for DSP, but that can be for ASP also. So in terms of drift, it is advantageous. Next one is adaptability. The flexibility inherent in software. The flexibility inherent in software can be exploited by having a parameter of DSP algorithm that can be varies with time and adapt as the characteristics of the input signal or the processing task change. Adaptability is much more whenever you are using DSP processor, that is DSP algorithms is much more better adaptability than that of the using of ASP. The next point is perfect reproducibility. Identical performance, listen my words, identical performance from a DSP system is obtained. Identical performance for a DSP system is obtained since there is no variation due to component tolerances. Identical performance can be obtained as there are no component tolerances are there, so no variation of performance is also there. So for example, suppose I am using one DSP technology, a digital recording system is being copied, but that recording can be reproduced and can be copied and pasted several times without any degradation of its quality. If suppose we have a recording, some recording can be copied and it can be pasted to different places, different devices, your mobiles, my laptop, college computer, college mobile. Is there any degradation in that of the quality? No. So no degradation of that of the quality whenever you are using a DSP technology. That's why in terms of reproducibility, it is also perfect with respect to ASP. Next one is multiplexing. How multiplexing is being done by DSP? Multiplexing means it allows the sharing of a number of signals by using the process of time sharing cases. DSP allows the multiple signal input. It can be accessed for a multiple signal input by using the concept of time sharing basis. As at a time, many number of signal can access a single processor, so reducing the cost of processing is also defined there. So in that way, DSP is advantageous to that of our ASP. Next process is a very important logic for DSP is data logging. A digital signals can be stored without any loss of information, and such stored signal can be later be processed offline also. That is the process of data logging, and that has the characteristic for DSP. We can store a signal or information indefinite times of, and whenever we are storing that signal for n number of times, there is no loss in that of the quality of that signal, and those signals can be processed later on. That signal can be processed but in offline also. No need to use that online. If I copy someone and paste it in someone, and that portion can be accessed or processed by offline also. So that is has the advantage of DSP over ASP. And the last point, low frequency capability. Another advantage is the capability of digital processing to handle very low frequency signal also, such as those occurring in seismic application. In terms of seismic application, very low ranges of frequencies signals can be accessed by DSP, where inductor or capacitor needed for analog signal processing. Whenever we are defining one ASP, analog signal processor, certainly there will be some inductors are there will be some capacitors are there, and they need a large amount of frequencies should be defined. But for DSP, as we don't have to use any inductor, any capacitor, so any very low frequency signal can be accessed by DSP. Example is seismic application can be defined. So that is the last advantage of DSP over ASP. So in that way, DSP is much more advantageous than ASP. So as there are some advantages are there, certainly there are some disadvantages also there. So what are the disadvantages? The number one, increased system complexity. Digital processing of analog signal require additional pre-processing. Just look at the last topic. Whenever I am taking the block diagram of DSP, whenever we need to design any type of DSP, before that of the DSP and after that of the DSP, there will be some uses of ADC and DSC. These extra components are being used for the cases of for digital signal processor. At first, signals should be converted into digital, and lastly, it should be back to converted to analog signal. So we can say, as the digital signal processing requires additional pre-processing and post-processing devices, so there is a complexity in that of the circuit. The system complexity is much more in DSP, not that for ASP, because for ASP there is no need of using ADC or DSC, but for DSP there are using of ADC and DSC is there. That's how complexity increases. The second point is speed and cost. As we are using extra components like ADC and DSC for that pre-processing and post-processing of that of the signal with respect to that of the processor. So DSP, the digital signal processor design, can be expensive, especially when large bandwidth signals are involved. For low frequency signals involved, there is no expensivity is there for DSP. But whenever we are dealing with the large bandwidth signals, especially on those cases, DSP designs can be expensive in nature. And furthermore, in the second point, most DSP devices are still not fast enough and can be processed in a very moderate bandwidth. So in that way, we can say the speed as well as cost sometimes these points are disadvantages for DSP because speed is lower for some cases for large bandwidth signals, as well as cost is also there because of that of the increase in system complexity. And the last point for that disadvantage is finite word length effect. What is that effect? Digital signal processing algorithms are implemented using only a limited number of bits. Whenever we are processing or implementing the algorithms for DSP, we are using only a limited number of bits. But in some DSP application, if an insufficient number of bits is used to represent the variables, it may result in serious degradation in the system performance. System performance can be degraded seriously if in some DSP applications there are insufficient number of bits are there to represent the variable. As only limited number of bits are using for the implementation of DSP algorithm, that's why in some cases, in some systems, in some processor, it may result in serious degradation in the system performance. So that can be the disadvantage effect for DSP, that is the finite word length effect, because the word length is finite for DSP, but in some cases this finite term is going to head degradation of the system performance. So in that way we can compare the DSP system with that of the ASP system, but basically the DSP is much advantages than that of ASP. A few disadvantages also there, but for every cases there will be some advantages as well as for disadvantages are also there. So next one, what are the applications of DSP? In what ways it can be applied? Speech and audio process, speech recognition, speech synthesis, text to speech, digital audio equalization. These are the different type of applications that can be filled as the application of DSP for the first part, that is speech and audio. Speech processing, audio processing, digital audio system, speech synthesizing system, synthesizer you are using in for recording of songs. These are basically the applications of DSP. The second one is instrumentation and control. In that section also it has some application. Spectrum analyzer you are using in communication lab. Position and rate control system, noise reduction system. These are the few applications where we can use this application of DSP for this instrumentation purpose. Third one is image processing. That is the best application for DSP system. Image enhancement, image compression, pattern recognition system, satellite weather map, animation. These are the different type of processing system that can be done by using or applying of the concept of DSP. DSP has its application in the main field of application for this image processing process, for satellite weather mapping, for pattern recognition, for image compression, for image enhancement, like this. In Minitel application also, for the security of the communication process, for sonar processing, SONAR, sonar processing system, in missile guidance system also, DSP can be applied. So basically for secure transmission of messages from one port to another port, for the processing of radar system, for the processing of sonar system, for the processing of missile guidance system, DSP can be applied. So in those fields, application of DSP is there. Telecommunication, spectrum analysis, video conferencing, adaptive equalization. These are the few application fields are there for DSP in terms of telecommunication systems. In biomedical also, suppose ECG, EEG, X-ray, scanner. These are the different types of system that monitors the patient condition in different sections of his body. And this entire application, ECG, whether it is EEG, whether it is X-ray, whether it is scanner, patient monitoring system, pulse meter, blood pressure meter, all these are related with the processor that is called DSP, digital signal processor, has the application in this biomedical field also. And the last one is consumer application, digital application, mobile application, digital television, digital cameras, internet phones, everywhere, fax, modems, everywhere DSP is being applied. So that is for consumer application also. So in these several ways, in the 7 lines of edges, few more numbers are there, but huge number of applications are there for DSP. So DSP can be applied in any of the field, whether it is speech, instrumentation, control, image processing, telecommunication, biomedical instrumentation, consumer application, military application, everywhere, every corner of that of the world, DSP is applied. So these are the few points on that of the DSP. What is DSP? How it can be differ with respect to that of the ASP? What is the basic systems of ASP and DSP? What are the advantages and disadvantages of ASP and DSP? And what are the applications of DSP is there? So that is up to today's class. So is there any question? Thank you.